Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone, so do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Cancer, let's jump on in. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the messages with tarot as we progress. So let's start here with looking at your overall energy for your recent past. What has Cancer been dealing with? This is for Cancer, overall energy. Potential gateway. Need more. Okay. Shift your energy. Clear endeavor. Make a decision with breakthrough. I kind of am getting the energy of some sort of epiphany. I don't know necessarily if this is one that you're being led to or one that you had in this past energy, but this feels like some sort of path opening up for you. With potential gateway, clear endeavor, and shift your energy, it feels like this path is one that is very meant for you. It's very aligned with you. But I feel at the same time, there's a lot of second guessing around this. A lot of like, is this right for me? You know, am I going to fail? Is this going to work out? And I feel like that's understandable. But I also feel like it's holding your energy back from fully stepping into some sort of opportunity. Or has been. And that epiphany, I don't know necessarily, like, I guess epiphany, breakthrough, realization, whatever you want to call it. It feels like it's just this moment of clarity where it's like, this is what I have to do, or this is the direction I have to go, or this is what's right for me. I don't know. And again, I don't know if you've had that yet or not. Because there might be this fear of making some sort of decision. So sometimes when we're afraid to make a decision, even if we know deep down it's the right one for us, we'll avoid it, right? We'll kind of put it off, or we'll just kind of keep going through the motions as things are. But I feel like there's something that you're being called toward, and I don't know what it is. And I honestly feel like I'm not really meant to know what it is, because it feels more like it's going to be very specific to your individual path. But it's some sort of very aligned opportunity, path, something. So, interesting. Let's see what else we've got. What else, or what does Cancer need to know about their current energy? Okay, you have to shift your energy again. But then you have the empowerment card on the bottom, but I didn't feel like I was supposed to take it. Okay, hang on. I want to know what the heck's going on. Illumination. So, it's like... Okay, this is interesting. It's like there's this big bright flashing sign that's saying, this way, Cancer, this is the way, this is the direction, this is the path. But there's almost this energy of like ignoring it or putting it off or avoiding it in some way, even though it's like absolutely 100% the right path and right direction. Right? Which I feel like we kind of said in the recent past. So what I'm gathering is this has been something that's been either on your mind or that you've been contemplating for a really long time. Show your support. There's empowerment with bountiful harvest. It's something that has a lot of potential. Some sort of path or direction that it's like, this is what. But there's also a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear and anxiety surrounding this. But there doesn't need to be. That doesn't mean there won't be, but there doesn't need to be. Like, this is very much like this is meant for you. But you have to take the step. You have to decide to take action down some sort of path here. And if this sounds vague, remember, we're just looking at overall energy right now. Whoa. What does Cancer need to know moving forward? If Cancer chooses this path. Bountiful harvest. Leap of faith. Leap of faith leads to bountiful harvest. I mean, that's very straightforward, right? And there's the contemplation card. You've been contemplating this path, contemplating this decision. But it's like, this is the path. This is the direction. This is a little similar to, I believe it was the Capricorn reading that I did, where it was like, yes, this is the right path for you. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, there might be messages for you in that reading too. But it feels like this is very much a path that will require you to trust yourself and trust the universe greatly. And that, that often is a requirement when it comes to, reaching our highest good or getting to that place that we truly desire to be. But it feels at the same time that, I don't know, it's like I'm going to say this and it's going to kind of sound silly and then I'm going to elaborate on it, but it's almost like your logic is at war with your intuition. Now, sometimes your intuition will guide you to like take steps that don't make a whole lot of sense in the moment. And the more that you're able to like relentlessly follow your gut and relentlessly follow your intuition, the more that you're going to be led toward the things that you desire. Now, I'm not saying you want to just throw all logic out the window and just make, dumb decisions, but sometimes we have a tendency to label something as illogical when it's really just our way of kind of like analytical, like being too analytical about our fear or like over analyzing our fear in a sense. So I feel like it's like your mind is at war with your heart, or like your logic is at war with your intuition. But sometimes our logic is very rooted in our experience, right? What we have experienced is going to be what we expect. And if we're trying to create better, trying to create different in our life, we have to step out of expecting what we've experienced and step into the energy of being willing to like, again, it sounds a little cheesy, a little silly, but like to believe in miracles, to believe that the universe is really there to support us on the path to the things that we deserve and desire. And I feel like that's what's really required of you when it comes to some sort of path here. Overall theme of this reading for Cancer. So the epiphany, I do feel like happened in the past, or like the idea or the inspiration or something, and it's just been sitting stagnant, and it's time to act on it or to go forward or to take steps in it. Don't let your past hold you back. That is literally what I was just saying. You don't want to look at your past as a roadmap for your future, or you're always going to expect how things have always been, right? So if you've experienced failure or loss or obstacles or challenges, you're going to always expect and fear failure, loss, obstacles, and challenges. And though those are always part of the journey, they're never a destination unless we allow them to be. And it feels like the universe is saying, regardless of the ways that things haven't worked out, like in the past, don't let those experiences hold you back from like your full potential here. Because I feel like this is very much about something that like you are meant for, something that's meant for you. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing that. Show the world the real you. You're very close to achieving your goal. A win-win outcome is forecast. Like whatever this is, Cancer, it's very aligned with like your path, who you are, your soul's journey. Like, and I feel like that's why this message is coming through so heavily, that it's like, yeah, like, yes, this is it. This is the right path. Take these steps. Like, this is what's meant for you. But then there's this part of you that's like, no, like that doesn't make sense right now. Or, I don't have the money for that right now or the time for that right now. And man, Cancer, I got a secret for you. It's never gonna be the perfect time to go after the things that you want. It's never gonna be the perfect time where you don't have, certain other like obligations or priorities. It's all about what you choose to prioritize and what you choose to believe in. So it's like, sometimes we got to take that first step before we're ready or before we fully see the whole like path, right? You kind of just have to trust that it's going to unfold as you take steps on it. So I don't necessarily know what this is talking about, but whatever it is, Spirit is saying like, you got to freaking go for it, because it's going to lead you to really, really beautiful and amazing things. What does Cancer need to know about this past energy? Clear endeavor with potential gateway. So let's dive deeper into the story. What is this about? Because it's interesting that you have clear endeavor with potential gateway, and then you have illumination with shift your energy. It's almost like this path has been here for you, and you've been like called to it for a while, and now it's time for you to like step into the vibration of it, like to actively choose it. If the universe put a dream in your heart, it has every intention of helping you make that happen. Cancer's recent past energy here. The Fool in reverse with the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant in reverse. Oh, and the Judgment? What the heck? I mean, this is big. Whatever this is really big. And it's very exciting, but it also comes with a lot of the World, the Magician, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. It also comes with a lot of like lessons or like a need for growth or faith, which, often kind of goes hand in hand. So there's something that didn't work out in the past. Something that maybe you went for and it didn't work out. And that obviously was disappointing and you had to heal from it. But I feel like it's time to experience the success in it. So you tried to start a business, or you tried to take a leap of faith into something and you failed, or you fell short, or whatever the case is, and you've had time to kind of pick yourself up, to put the pieces back together, heal, grow, evolve, whatever's necessary. And now it's like because with this Hierophant, it's like you've grown, you've evolved, you're wiser now. Like you're more ready for some sort of a path than you were in the past. Like it's time. It's your time now. It's time for this. So that's why you have don't let your past hold you back. Because just because something didn't work out in the past doesn't mean it's not meant for you or that it's not still possible. And like sometimes it can come in a different form, right? We have a failed relationship. We really thought that person was the one, but then it falls apart. That doesn't mean that you lost your chance at love. In fact, I feel like this is like it's coming back in a way that is more sustainable. But it feels like something that you really put on hold or set to the side or put on the back burner in some way. But it's like a dream being reborn or an opportunity being reborn. But you have to choose it. That's the caveat. You don't want to miss if you have your head down thinking, oh, it's not going to happen, things aren't going to get better. You're not going to take, because this is going to require a leap of faith. This is going to require you going for something here. This is exciting, Cancer. But I also feel at the same time it's probably really nerve-wracking. Because especially if you have experienced failure in the past. Like, it's like, well, maybe it's just not meant to happen, or maybe it's not meant for me, or maybe I'm not good enough for it. Like, all of those thoughts and feelings are going to arise. They're not truths, though. They're a valid and understandable response to certain things happening, but you don't need to, like, believe them, right, or make them your truth. So let's see. Current energy for Cancer, illumination with shift your energy. It's like, yeah, because with the Fool in Reverse, it's like you weren't ready then, but you're ready now. You weren't ready then, but you're ready now. And it's because of the growth, the healing, like your evolution. Current energy for Cancer. The Page of Cups. And that is all about divine guidance. It's all about like that inner nudge, that intuitive knowing. But it's going to require a great deal of confidence. And I think that that's the biggest thing holding you back right now is confidence. Yeah, there's a lot of self-doubt. Maybe even doubt in the universe regarding something. And that's understandable. I mean, there you are. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But showing up in your own reading, like, it does really feel like it's your time now. It's your time, like your time to succeed, your time to experience, your time to have these things that you desire. That maybe you watched other people have, or that you thought you had in the past but didn't work out. And it's like you started to second guess or wonder if like you were meant for these things, or you could ever have these things. And I feel like it's like you're going to start to see these opportunities kind of appear in your life, but it's going to require you to really take a leap of faith, to really trust that things are going to unfold in the right way for you here, which I do feel like they will. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because I literally said, when I asked this question in the future energy, I said, what does Cancer need to know if they take steps, if they pursue this path, if they take this leap of faith? And it's like, well, the first card I saw was Bountiful Harvest. It's like, if you take the leap of faith, you'll be led to a bountiful harvest. If you allow fear to take over and doubt, you're going to hold yourself back for that leap of faith, which means you won't even give yourself that opportunity. So in some way, it's giving yourself the opportunity when there might be a like desire or maybe even instinct to self-sabotage in some way, just because that's kind of human nature. You know, we have this tendency to prefer what we've experienced. So whenever we start to have the opportunity for something better or something new or something more aligned or whatever the case is, we have this tendency to, hold ourselves back from it or push it away, which is not what you would think you would do, right? You'd think you'd welcome it with open arms, you'd enjoy it, but human nature kind of kicks in, that fear kicks in, that self-doubt kicks in, the insecurities kick in, and you start to act opposite of what you do truly desire. Remember, 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stem from our subconscious. Only 5% of the way that we interact with our reality is conscious level decision making. And what I mean when I say that is that we're very driven to make decisions based on core beliefs. And if you have or have dealt with core beliefs such as I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I can't have the things that I desire, you might have a tendency to act based on those core beliefs, or to kind of like rationalize almost. It's this is the best example I can put it, is when I first met my husband, I mean, literally like dream come true. There were so many things that were so perfect and so aligned in so many ways. And every single ounce and fiber of my being was looking for something wrong. Reasons to sabotage, reasons to run away, reasons to push him away. And the big part of that was fear. And I think that like when we're presented with opportunities, and not just think, but what I've learned about human nature is that when we're presented with opportunities or possibility that provides us with being able to have what it is that we desire, it can be really, really scary. So we either will brush it off, or like, oh, it's nothing, or oh, it's not, that's not meant for me, or I would probably fail if I did that, or that's crazy, I would never start that business, because it's easier to not try than it is to try and fail, especially if you've experienced failure in the past. So I feel like you're being heavily called to something here. It's going to take a great deal of confidence, like we talked about, because I feel like the self-sabotage is going to be something that you're going to feel like drawn to. So being aware of that, being aware of how we self-sabotage or our self-sabotaging tendencies, is how we overcome them, is how we allow ourselves to not make those same decisions. Because then what that allows us to do is that allows us to consciously override those subconscious beliefs, such as I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't have it, it's not, I'm not enough for it, or whatever the case might be. What does Cancer need to know moving forward? Because this feels like a very abundant energy, a very rewarding energy here. Immediate future for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know moving forward? Ace of Cups, which to me is all about well, actually, hang on. I want to make sure. It's like things that align with your heart, with your soul. But where's that? Okay, Ten of Swords. Hang on. This isn't what I expected in these messages. It's not bad, so don't think that. But it's different, because it's almost like Spirit is basically telling you, the universe is telling you, your guides are telling you, whatever resonates with you, that you already know. Okay, hang on. Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords, Lovers, King of Wands. You already know what's right for you, or what's really meant for you, or like what you want or desire or deserve. And there's only, and this is the message that's coming through. There's only so much reassurance that the universe can provide you, that Spirit can provide you, that like this is the right path, that yes, you're, go for it, do it, whatever. At some point, you just have to do it. You just have to take the steps. You just have to go after it. And I can definitely relate to that in my own world. Is like I spent a lot of time when I was starting this business just looking for reassurance. Like, is this the right thing? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? And I would read tarot, and I'd watch tarot, and I'd constantly ask for signs. And I got them over and over and over and over and over again. Yes, you're on the right path. Yes, you're doing the right thing. Yes, keep going. But every time, it'd feel really good when I got the sign, when I got the message. Okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I watched this tarot. It said I'm on the right path. I did this. I pulled these cards. I'm on the right path. I'm doing. And it was like I was still constantly needing that. I was needing that reassurance. I was needing that validation that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm on the right path. And until I stopped like questioning it and started just like going for it or committing to it or taking, deeper steps into the path, things didn't happen. Because at some point you have to stop asking for signs that something is right for you or that there's some sort of right path or right step. And you have to start asking for the courage to take the step. And that's what I feel like this reading is really about, is it's like the universe is saying, we've told you so many times that this is right for you, that things are going to work out, that this is what's meant for you. But you have got to just freaking go for it. Like, start the business, take the step, do the thing, and like, you're never going to be 100% sure. There's always going to be uncertainty. There's always going to be fear of failure. There's always going to be self-doubt. There's always going to be reasons to doubt. Like, that's always going to be there. Your fear never goes away. Your self-doubt never goes away. Your insecurities never go away. But you can choose to show up despite those things. You can choose to show up saying, yes, I fear, or yes, I wonder, if this is going to work, but I would rather go for it than not. This is going to get a little deep here for a second, but I lost my grandfather it was a little over a year ago. And his passing was something that was very awakening for me for a lot of reasons. And one of the biggest things was he was very honest whenever he found out that he was terminal and things kind of started to progress really fast. And his biggest thing was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to pass. Like, I don't feel like I've done all of the things that I want to do in this life. And I didn't take the chances. Like, I didn't do these things. He didn't say it in that many words, but I really learned that the only regrets that people really have in this life, especially at the end of their life, it's not about the ways that they tried and failed. Sometimes we can regret failure, sure, if we're not willing to learn from it, grow from it, and pick ourselves up and try again. But it's more so the things they didn't try, the ways that they didn't go after the things that they wanted. It's not necessarily usually the choices they did make as much as the choices that they didn't make. And I feel like that's what this is really about, is like, you're never gonna know until you try. You're never going to be 100% sure that you're gonna find success, that this is the right thing for you, that this is the right path, that it's, until you just do it. And I feel like that's what Spirit is really talking about in this reading, is that there's some sort of path that has been very present, very much on your mind, some sort of calling, some sort of thing that you've been divinely guided to, and you've been maybe asking for signs and asking for guidance and asking for answers and direction and all of this. And it's like, you already know. You maybe not all of it. You maybe don't have all of the answers, or, there's not 100% certainty, but there's never going to be. So even if there was failure or loss in the past, don't let that hold you back from where you're meant to go now. Because wherever you're headed now is 100% what's meant for you. And again, it's kind of like you weren't ready then, but you are now, because you've grown. So like, I get why you're afraid, right? Especially if you're looking back at ways that things haven't worked out and you're saying, well, I don't want things to turn out like that again. Well, you're going to do things differently. You're going to approach differently. You're different now. Things are going to be different because you are inherently different because of how you've grown, changed, healed, and evolved. So have a little bit more faith in yourself. Obviously, yes, in the universe and in, the universe's support of you, but in yourself too. Like, you are capable, you are worthy, you are deserving. Like, all of these things that you desire, like, sure, the universe can help you get there, but like, it's because you take the steps and you take essentially that leap of faith. So this feels very abundant, but it also feels very much like you're going to just have to go for it. All right, Cancer, I'm going to hop on over to the extended. In this extended, we're going to focus on diving a little bit deeper and ultimately looking at what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So really focusing more on the tangible advice. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Cancer.